Farming Simulator is finally getting its very own virtual reality game, Farming Simulator VR. The game will be released on Friday, February 28th and can be pre-ordered today on MetaQuest. You'll be able to drive your own tractors, work on equipment, and grow veggies in the greenhouse. Virtual reality is very interactive, so you can expect to do more things by hand than in the flagship farm sim games like FS25. Refueling your machines, changing tires, pressure washing everything clean, and even working the switches inside the cabin of your harvester by hand. FSVR is going to be a lot of fun. I will say this, if you're expecting this to be a virtual reality version of FS25, this is not that. VR graphics, at least on consumer level VR headsets, are not extremely impressive when you first jump into them. So if you're used to playing on a 4K TV with max settings, this is going to be very different. It will only be available on the Meta Quest, so no PSVR 2, no Apple Vision Pro, nothing like that. I'm personally a big fan of VR and really enjoy it, so I've got my Quest 3 ready to rock, though the 3S will work fine if you got one of those. You can also use the Meta Quest 2 and Quest Pro if you've got those. Let's talk about equipment. From the looks of it, we're going to have the Kubota M8 series tractor, Horse Toronto 3 FX cultivator, Gloss Quadrant 5300 FC square baler, Case IH Series 1660 harvester, the Case 1030 14-foot grain header, Amazon Cynthia 3000 seeder, the Arcusin FXX 6372 auto stack, John Deere 608C corn header, the Limken Azure 9 solitaire 23 planter, John Deere T560 combine harvester, John Deere 625X grain head, Benvario 900, and a red trailer, which might be a crampy, who knows. There's also multiple hand tools that we get to see in the video, including wheel chunks, hydraulic car jack, drill, grease tool, and a pressure washer. However, there are more. Next, let's take a look at the greenhouses and the different veggies and, well, fruits that we'll talk about later that you can expect to see. Here we get to see eggplants, tomatoes, and pumpkins, though there will be more. And there appears to be a tablet that you can pull up and basically serves as your pause menu. So you can buy and sell machines here, check out tools, greenery, and even buy properties. And it's got different settings, it's got the map, things like that at the top. There's also some screenshots that take a sneaky peek at everything else, starting with our player inside the cabin of the Fendt 900. As with most VR games, you can see the player's hands, but nothing else. And judging by the look of the field, I'm not quite sure what the player's doing. Maybe just driving around? This field already looks seeded. Maybe they're fertilizing. There's also a watch on the left wrist, which may be the only way to tell the time in game. Next photo is of our Kubota M8 in the shop, with a few wheel chunks on the left and car jack on the right. For VR, this isn't bad at all, and this screenshot really gets me excited to play the game. Third screenshot is inside the greenhouse, with what looks to be a few more things growing, including, I think, strawberries on the right side? And yeah, the next screenshot confirms that. We're getting closer to the soil box, and we have a new hand tool, a water hose. There's also some other hand tools on the wall, which we might be able to use. There's a rake, a hoe, another thing that looks like another rake, and some seeds. Very neat. The last screenshot is of the Case IH 1660 combine harvester outside the barn with a power washer and fuel tank on the right. I like that things are kept simple, and it's much more about what you're doing rather than what you're doing it with. A small choice of equipment and tools, I think, will make FSVR more fun, and I can't wait to check it out. Giant Software goes into more detail on their blog, saying, how about some hands-on virtual farming? Farming Simulator VR is coming soon to Meta Quest. The standalone game will launch on February 28th and is now available for pre-order today. Get real close to the soil on Meta Quest 2, Quest 3, Quest 3S, and Quest Pro. VR features include various field activities and crops to sow and harvest, greenhouse farming, and more vegetables to choose from. Real machines by renowned agricultural manufacturers, machine maintenance and repair in the workshop, and additional satisfaction through pressure washing. Headset on and get behind the wheel. Strapped into one of Meta's virtual reality headsets, you cultivate fields with profitable crops like corn, wheat, and soy. Of course, you operate authentic agricultural machinery from renowned manufacturers such as Case IH, Kloss, Fendt, John Deere, and others directly from the detailed cabin of these powerful agricultural vehicles. Looking at details, impact wrench in hand. Not only can you hang out in the cabin of your tractor or harvester, you can also get up close and personal with the machines during maintenance. Equipped with an electric impact wrench, you must regularly maintain your machines in the workshop, replace parts, and keep them squeaky clean through the pleasure of pressure washing them in the yard. Lastly, grabbing vegetables. Start digging in the greenhouses. In addition to farming in the fields and digging into the soil with heavy implements of renowned manufacturers, there's more to do in the greenhouse. Grow various crops like tomatoes, eggplant, strawberries, and others. You can also lay a hand on them, pick them by hand, and place them in crates to be sold, and increase your agricultural budget for new machines. Pre-order VR now. And that's it. I'll leave a few links down below for you guys to check out if you would like, and stay tuned as I'll have more coverage as information is made available. Thanks for hanging out with me, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.